Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to yet another episode of ICPA Clinical Series. And we are in the second season of ICPA Clinical Series. And in the second season, we are not going exactly through the clinical topics, but we have a different theme for every episode. And today is the fourth episode, and the theme for the day is new opportunities and career growth. So today we are bringing to you a grand new opportunity where a lot of clinicians can make use of getting into post graduation, getting into higher education. So we have got a master's program, an MSc program from Aachen University, Germany, and the program master program is in periodontology. And in this episode, we are going to talk about all the admission criteria, who is eligible, what are the selection criteria, and how to maximize your chances of admission for this program. And because it's a part-time program, it will be very helpful for the clinicians who cannot afford to leave their practice and go for a full-time program. And to help you with your queries, we have more than 100 registrations for this episode, and we have received a lot of queries, and they will be answered by two guest speakers. One of the first one is Louisa Goldstein. She is the study course coordinator of postgraduate master program periodontology in RWTH Aachen University, Germany. And the other two guests are the two guest moderators. The first one is Dr. Sandeep Patil. He's the director of RWTH India office based out of Pune. He's also the group leader at RWTH Aachen University, and he's also the adjunct professor at COEP, Technology Tech University. And we also have with us Dr. Pankaj Chivte, MDS Periodontology and Implantology. He's a busy practitioner in Pune, and he's also a big name in digital dentistry. He will also be sharing his views about how this program can help the practitioners who are aspiring to get into such part-time perio programs. So let me welcome Dr. Sandeep Patil here. And Dr. Sandeep, if you can explain to the viewers what is the RWTH Aachen University India office all about? And once you finish your presentation, I want you to introduce Louisa so that we can take her and she can explain. So this is your presentation on screen, and it's all yours.
Okay, so a very good evening to each and everyone. So Dr. Chitgupikar, so you can see the screen, right?
Yes, we can see.
So screen is visible, right?
Screen is visible.
So my screen is visible, right? Yeah. So warm welcome from my side. So as I would like to thanks to ICPA clinical series for giving us the opportunity to present our study program at this big platform. So for that, I would like to thanks to this ICPA. Also, I would like to thank my dear friend Pankaj Chitve for being here as a moderator. And I would like to also thanks Miss Goldstein, who is present here for the giving the idea about the study program. So as I already mentioned by Dr. Chitgupi regarding my position right now. So I also studied my master's degree from Stuttgart University. So I traveled there all the way, and it was in person. So I can understand your mind state right now. How to there might be several questions or many questions in your mind about the master's degree program in Germany. So so I would be the right candidate because I have gone through this process and I gone through the each and every bit what might be you are having as a questions. So I would be happy to answer all of them, as well as Goldstein. Miss Goldstein is here, so she will be answer your questions from the academic side. So to start with, uh, in 2022, we started this RWTH India office. So in order to coordinate all the promotional activities in India, especially master's degree program in India, we opened this RWTH India office. So I was in India, I was in Germany for last 14 years. I did my master's, PhD, and was a postdoctorate group leader at RWTH Aachen University. So, and then 2 years back, I shifted completely to RWTH India office with me in Pune. So our office is at Law College Road. If someone is from Pune or close by, they are always welcome to visit our office. It's on the Law College Road and pretty close to the Film City or Film Archives. So main goal, or let's say goal of this office was to select the best quality of students for the master's degree program. So as you know that RWTH Aachen University is offering a lot of technical courses that's coming from the engineering and technology. Also we are offering this medical courses, which is for example periodontology, master's degree in periodontology. This is offered with the Faculty of Medicine and RWTH Aachen University. So these are the programs we would like to promote in India in order to get the best quality of students. So just to give the example from the engineering and technology side, we have been getting good number of candidates. So very good number of candidates, and selection criteria is so tough that some of the students are making into the RWTH. So RWTH has a high reputation. If you see the ranking and everything, it is at the really at a high level. So therefore, it is really prestigious to get the degree from RWTH Aachen University, and for that, RWTH India office is committed to provide you all kind of support from your starting with your application till your visa application. With this, also we are offering some research internship mainly for the engineering and technology discipline, where those students are interested who are interested in going into the master's degree program. We are offering them research internship, so they are coming time to time to India office, and they are taking the advantage of being in person. They are having in-person discussions with us and some of the faculty from RWTH, and then we are writing some articles together. So it is like a win-win situation for the students who are aiming for master's degree program, and for us as a getting some research articles. Also, we are offering some scholarship which are based on the different criterias to the bachelor, masters, and PhD students. These scholarships are of different kinds. For example, standard scholarships are like a DAD scholarship, RWTH International Academy scholarship, then RWTH Aachen University scholarship. So we are guiding all the students for such a scholarship, and also we are having the one of the main function of this office is to have the research based collaboration with reputed Indian universities and industry. So for example, we do have a collaboration with the MA and MAN, FEV India, Bosch, Mercedes. Also recently we had a collaboration with Atlas Copco. This is from the industry side and university side. So for example, we do have a strategic partnership with IIT Madras. Also we do have a partnership with IIT Mandi, IIT Delhi, Mumbai, and also we have some partnership with BITS, Manipal, also COAP, as I'm acting as a visiting professor over there. So it is good to connect this institute to the RWTH. So we also started the student exchange program also. So we are here in person in Pune in order to support you in all kinds. We'll start with your application. As I said, even though you have difficulties with submitting your application, or if you have difficulties with visa, you have difficulties with any sort of support needed for the during the accommodation when you would like to go in person for the labs and everything, then India office is there in order to support you with all our efforts. So with this, I would be happy to answer your questions at the end of the session. And in between, if you have any questions, please write it down. And at the end, we'll discuss the all the questions. With this, I
Thank
would like,
you. Thank you,
yeah,
Sandeep. And yeah, that's a very important thing you said. People who are watching it, if you have any questions, if you have not registered before for this event, the chat box is open. You can type your queries, and we'll be taking up with the speakers at the end of the session. And before I take Louisa Goldstein on the stage, I request Sandeep to introduce Louisa.
yes, it is my immense pleasure to welcome Louisa Goldstein. She has pursued her bachelor's and master's degree in history, media studies, and communications. Currently, she is serving as a course study manager at RWTH International Academy, and she's mainly dealing with the medical programs. She's also pursuing her PhD at the University of Bonn. Her journey reflects the deep commitment of understanding and contributing to the both academic scholarship and practical field of study. So, with this, I would like to welcome Luisa once again, and stage is yours, Luisa.
Great, Sandeep. Thank you so much. I hope everyone can hear me loudly and clear. Thanks again to everyone who joined tonight. I'm really happy to see such a big crowd here being interested in one of our master programs. So I will introduce to you more or less the RWTH International Academy more closely. And then, of course, I will give you an overview of our master degree. So, okay, I'm sorry, I'm new with this program and I will show my screen shortly. So in general, as Sandeep said before, if you have any questions regarding the program, please write them down. And then, of course, we will answer them at the end. Can be anything which
Louisa,
comes
are
up
you
to
using
mind.
a Chrome browser? Excuse me, before you.
Yes, yes, it's a Chrome browser. I just did not know I needed to upload them before.
No, don't
Um,
upload the slide. Just take the entire screen.
Okay, because it
Yeah,
did not offer me. Built-in. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I did not see that.
yeah.
Okay, let me check. Here we go. Okay. Okay, can you see anyone? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, as I said before, I'm going to talk about the Master of Science in Periodontology, which is offered by the RWTH International Academy together with the University Clinic here in Aachen. Here you see a little tablet um, which I will talk about today. So, as International Academy, who are we? As International Academy, we are the executive education offering party of the RWTH International University here in Aachen. So, we develop, qualify, and implement different educational programs. At the moment, we offer more than 120 different educational programs, which can be a certificate for a weekend or a full-time master degree for 2 years. We have more than 70 employees, and we target international groups with our knowledge transfer. We are supported by that by more than 140 different research institutes, and we are also supported directly by the university as well as different companies. So, as Sandeep explained before already, we focus on applied, practice-oriented, and highly interdisciplinary master degree programs. Hereby, our focus lies on engineering, since the RWTH is a really technical university. Nevertheless, we offer 3 different medical programs as International Academy, together with the university itself. And I will talk about today, as stated before, about periodontology. So for us, it's really important to have smaller learning groups so that we can provide individual participant support. And here you have the big benefit that you are located in India and can get support directly from Sandeep, as well as from myself, of course. Then we also proactively advise our students academically and regarding their career, so we prepare them for leading positions in all over the world. And our headquarters is in Aachen, where I'm located at the moment. And next to our great India office, we also have other international offices located in China and in Mexico. So now about the program, which is the main topic for today. Our master degree in periodontology will start for the next time in September 2024. It's a 3-semester course, which means you will studying with us for 1.5 years. It's a part-time degree and it's extra occupational, so it's meant to be studied next to our job. To support you here the best way, we have a blended learning concept, which means that you will be taught digitally every second Wednesday. So your webinars and your lectures will be digital via Zoom, so you can log in from all over the world. And 30% of your degree will be hands-on training live here in Aachen. Since our course is privately organized, it has a tuition fee of 7,850 euros per semester. Additionally, you need to pay the semester fee directly to the university to make sure that you can stay an enrolled student and have all the rights and benefits of being a student. The language of the course is English, and it's therefore targeted to dentists of all over the world. Our course is supported by 2 dental companies from Germany. On one side, Dr. Wolf, and on the other side, Dental. Here you can see some impressions from our courses. So on the left side, top and bottom, you see different courses. So on top, you see the first class we ever welcomed here in Aachen, and on top, you see the second class. On the right side, you see you see 2 different teaching situations. So on top, you see the practical training, which will be rolled out here in Aachen when you come to visit us during the attendance phases. And on the bottom, you see a lecture. So in general, we had more than 53 participants from 25 nations so far, who were taught by 20 renowned lecturers from all over the world. And of the 53 participants, 14 of them got a scholarship. The course, as I explained before, constructed in a blended learning concept. So here you can see what this means. So on one side, we have contact teaching and practical training, which is rolled out here in Aachen, as well as online learning and digital teaching, which means that you will only have live webinars, which will be rolled out every second week during Wednesday night. But you will also be provided with different online learning materials so that you can gain additional information and additional knowledge on your own speed. And we have our own learning platform where you can get access to all these additional informations as well as the recorded webinars. So you do not need to worry if you cannot join a live lecture, you can always watch it afterwards. Here you see the overview of our course, your curriculum. So the first semester and second semester are packed with different modules. Each semester contains of 4 different modules, and the third semester is completely dedicated to your master's thesis. So in the first semester, we will lay the basis with oral microbiology, which will be followed by the view on periodontal diseases and different non-surgical therapies. And afterwards, you will be taught in 2 different surgical modules, also live here in Aachen. The second semester will broaden your knowledge on different areas which are neighbored to periodontology. So we will talk about appearance adaptation and especially emergency management, which will not only be dental emergencies, but also medical emergencies. Then we will talk about maintenance and DVT diagnostics. So you will also dive into the IT side a little bit of dentistry here. And then we have a module for implantology and 1 module for laser therapy used in periodontal therapy. And as I said before, the third semester will completely be focused on your master thesis. To explain the structure a little bit more, here you can see an overview. So every semester is split into 2 parts. So you will start with us at the end of September with the modules 1 and 2, which is oral microbiology and periodontal diseases. These will be taught in webinars digitally via Zoom, and you will travel to Aachen once, which will be the case in mid-November. And at the end of this first part of the semester, you will have your first 2 exams, which will be in December. And then we have a winter break, and then in January, we will start with the 2 surgical modules. They will also be taught, the academic teaching will also be digital, and then you will travel to Aachen again in February to have your practical training here, and in March, there will be the next 2 exams. The second semester, which will be the summer term 2025, will follow the same structure. So you will also have 2 modules in the first part of the semester and 2 modules in the second part of the semester. Each part have 1 attendance phase, so you will travel here probably in June, July, and then again in August or September, depending on when the dates will be found together with the professors. And you will also have 2 phases of exams. Your third semester, which will start in October 2025, is completely blocked for your master thesis. So in the best case, you will be graduating with us in March 2026. Okay. So why would you study with us and what can you expect? The benefits are quite various, as stated on this slide. So we will teach modern treatment concept with cutting edge technology provided by different companies. So you will not only boost your knowledge and deepen your knowledge in periodontology, but you will also get more knowledge in neighboring areas. At the same time, we focus on small learning groups and on a direct contact with our renowned lecturers. And of course, you will get networking options with our actual students, with our alumni, and as well with our professors. After you've graduated with us, you can plan and perform periodontological treatments individually for the different needs of each of your patients. And you will have a better security in different emergency situations which may occur in your dental office. Of course, you can also improve your skills in implantology and laser treatments. And at the end, as I said before, you can establish an international networks of dentists and lecturers from all over the world. So, how do you apply to us? In general, our application system is completely digital, and we can only accept applications which are submitted via RWTH Online, which is the digital application portal of the university itself. You need to submit the following document, which are stated on the slide. So we need proof of your successfully completed studies in dentistry, as well as a license that you're allowed to practice in the country you're living in. Then you need to prove at least 2 years working experience as a dentist. It could be in a clinic or in a private practice, but it needs to be at least 2 years after graduation. You need to prove your English qualification, which needs to be a level B2. We also need a CV and a motivational letter why you would like to study with us. And for applicants from India, it's also important that we get the APS certificate, but we need this not for the application, but until enrollment. Since it will take some time to get it, I would highly recommend that you apply for it as soon as possible. And the application deadline for our study program is July 15th. So every application which is submitted in RWTH Online until then gets a chance to study with us starting in September. If you're not sure if your documents are fitting, you can, of course, always send them to us beforehand so that we can give you feedback. Funding. In general, we offer different scholarships, but unfortunately, the application deadline is already expired. Nevertheless, we collected some external scholarship opportunities on our website, like different databases or different parties, for example, from Germany, who will support students from all over the world. So if you're in need of financial support, you can check them out and find the fitting scholarship for yourself. If you would like to apply to a third-party scholarship and you need, for example, a recommendation letter from us or an admission letter from us, you can contact us about it. So before I come to an end, I would like to shortly introduce my team. So on top, you see our scientific director, Professor Andreas Braun. He's not only our scientific director, but also director of the Clinic for Operative Dentistry, Periodontology and Preventive Dentistry at the University Clinic here in Aachen. And below you see myself next to my 2 colleagues, and we are in charge of 3 different medical master degrees offered here at the International Academy. So next to periodontology, we also offer a course in applied health informatics, as well as laboratory animal science. And with that, I thank you for your attention, and I'm really looking forward to all the questions which will come from you. And thanks again for the platform and for the opportunity presenting our master degree here in this really great community.
Thank you, Louisa. Thank you for the detailed explanation about the program, the eligibility criteria, the entire structure you explained. And before we take questions, I would like to invite one more guest we have for the day, Dr. Pankaj Chivte, periodontist and implantologist from Pune. He's also a digital dentist and doing a lot of things in digital dentistry. The idea behind calling Pankaj to be a part of this show was to uh, represent the kind of people who want to join this program. This program is ideally suited for practitioners who are very busy and they cannot do full-time programs. So before we take up the questions, I want to hear something from Pankaj, who can add a few points from his side.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, Louisa. I think that would be afternoon for you. And uh, good evening, my friend, Dr. Sandeep Patil and RWTH India. Yes, I have actually come to this webinar to just give my perspective. Since I always feel, because what is the main idea of this MSc program is what I saw is 2 years of experience after the graduation. Because I feel every dentist needs that 2 years to understand where he or she the interest lies and what are the faculties where he would be more interested in gaining more knowledge. It gives them a better perspective of a program, and that is one part. And I think this is a very golden opportunity for Indian students if they are going to have such kind of part-time program, because it's very difficult to get any such kind of part-time program once you are into practice, once you are into private practice, especially the clinicians who have opened their practice. See, all over the years since I have been in a practice for last 25 years, we always travel all over the world to different conferences to learn new techniques. I myself been trained with a lot of doctors from Germany. I always felt that there was this necessity of having an institutional attachment, and this provides a wonderful opportunity for all the clinicians that you get a first-hand experience to work with the clinicians in the university, where you will get to learn their protocols. And I can see the kind of curriculum what they have. Fantastic, right from peri-implantitis, implantology, laser. They include every single thing what is required in today's cutthroat competition, at least in India, where we stand, and to learn from the best, and that too in a best environment, to learn their work ethics and protocols. Since we most of few of you must have missed the bus of doing MDS in India, which is a full-time program, I think this is the most beautiful opportunity which is at your doorstep. So it's just matter of time if you can go through all the requirements. And of course, Dr. Sandeep is here to help you out in Pune. I myself will be helping you out if you have any questions related to periodontology and admission process with Dr. Sandeep. Uh, this is an opportunity to grab than nothing else. Get your focus right, and very few times such opportunities come. We are always looking at getting some courses, but doing some small time courses and doing a complete MSc program, it's a big difference. It actually broadens your horizon. And periodontology being a subject of a that's a base today for implantology. That's what I feel, being an implantologist as well as a periodontist by profession. So we always say the tissue is the most important part, and this program actually gives you that boost in your rise in your career. That's the simple message what I want to put across to all my junior fellow colleagues who are ready to go into plan to educate themselves. Thank you
Great,
very much.
great message. And you beautifully summarized the entire 360-degree, whatever is relevant for this program. And thank you for taking out and being part of this program. So let us start taking the questions, and we have more than 100 people who have registered for this program. A lot of questions have come. Let me start asking them. I think the fee structure has been explained. Total duration, expenses have been explained. And what about the accommodation? This is one question a lot
Mhm.
of people have asked.
Yeah.
Accommodation.
Yeah. So in general, we do not offer accommodation, like we do not book it for you, but the International Academy has some opportunities offered here in Aachen. So we do have our own housing opportunities, but they're booked really quick. So if you would like to book them, since they located quite nicely in downtown Aachen, I would recommend that you contact us about it as soon as you know that you got admission and that you're really planning to come here for the first time in November. And then I will connect you with my colleague, Vanessa, who's in charge of the booking system, and then she can help you with it. Beside of that, of course, you have different options here in Aachen. You can book in a hotel, you can book an Airbnb. And it's really nice since we see a lot of our students, when they come here for the second time, they already know each other, and then they book apartments together, and then they just build up friendship and networking already. So yeah, we have a few accommodations opportunities ourselves, but most of our students prefer to book in hotel.
Great.
Sorry, I'll just add one more thing. So I think Luisa summarized everything correctly. So one more thing is ISA community. So All Indian Association. So it's a very strong community. So even though someone is not really finding the good accommodation, they can contact them, and there are almost all the students are registered with them. So they will provide the opportunity to, at least for a time being, and then they provide the other options. So yeah, I think all in all, Aachen is very cozy and nice city, so you'll find something, definitely.
Great. So there is one question: is German compulsory? Learning German compulsory? German
No,
language.
no.
Great.
We will be teaching completely in English, and since it's part-time, we do not need our students to learn German. I mean, of course, if you have some spare time, you can, but it's not the easiest language to learn. So no, you do not need it to study with us.
Okay. Can we practice in EU countries after doing this MSc?
Mhm.
If somebody wants to do practice after this program, what are the requirements?
Yes. So, unfortunately, only with a degree, you're not allowed to work as a dentist in Germany or in another country of the European Union. These are two processes which are completely separated from each other. Nevertheless, the degree is recognized in most of the European countries, so that will give you a benefit. But if you're interested in being a dentist in Germany, you need to get through the approbation process of the Federal Chamber of Dentists. You need to do an extra exam, and you need to prove that you speak German on a level B2. So in every group, we have some students who are doing this process simultaneously. So they move to Germany, they become a student of our master program, and next to that, they study German, they go to language courses, they get all documents together which are needed for the approbation process, and they prepare themselves for a really big exam at the end to prove your knowledge. So it's doable, but it's a lot of work. And no, only with the master you cannot work here.
Okay. So the next question is, I think you have answered almost everything that is asked by the next few students. The fee structure, the selection criteria, is it a part-time program? Yes, it's a part-time program. You have already answered. There is one question, that is whether this program is valid with Dental Council of India.
I think so, but I cannot keep track of all the countries in the world, so I would highly recommend that you check it with yourself, because I know that some countries are changing the guideline constantly. So we had some countries which accepted our program 2 years ago, and now they do not anymore. So if you're interested in it, I would recommend that you check with them again to make sure that you have the most actual information about that.
Okay. The next question is about the visa requirements based on
Mhm.
the duration of the program.
Yeah. So in general, regarding visa, I cannot give a lot of information since it's up to the embassy. A pro side or a benefit is that if you would like to study with us, you do not need a student visa to come here, since the attendance phases are only a week. So if you only travel to Germany for the practical training, a tourist visa for the Schengen area is completely fine. Nevertheless, of course, you can try to get a student visa if you would like to move here. Maybe Sandeep, do you have more
Yeah.
information regarding that?
Yes, so you can move as a student with a student visa. So long-term visa, it is possible. So they need some letters from the International Academy that we will provide you, and it is possible to get the long-term visa. However, as Louisa already said, even though you will be there, you need to really attend the live lectures and do the practice. But as he already mentioned in one of the questions, that some of the students would like to stay in Germany to do the practice and then yeah, become like a dentist for Germany. That
Mhm.
time, in that case, I think it is good to be there and do the
Yeah,
German
yeah.
parallelly, complete the process and become a dentist in Germany.
Yeah, especially in that case, if you come here to become a dentist, then of course you would come with a student visa. The student visa has a specific limit on how many working hours you're allowed here. I think it's 20 hours, to be honest. Since you cannot work here as a dentist, we have some students who work as a dental assistant because this is allowed. So then they keep working in the area. Of course, you're not a dentist, you're not in charge, but you can learn about how a German dental office is working. You learn the vocabulary you need for the language exam at the end. So this is, of course, an option. Of course, it's helpful if you already speak a little German when you would like to start with that. But we have students in every year who do this process. Yes.
Yeah, according to student visa, you can work full day, 90 full days, or you can
Okay.
work 20 hours per week for a
Okay.
whole year.
Yeah. Thank you.
Next question: is it on campus or off campus?
It's both. So the webinars are off campus since they're offered via Zoom, and you can log in from wherever you are. So you can be on holiday, you can be on your honeymoon, you can be in Germany. It doesn't matter. You can just log into it. But the practical training is on campus at the university clinic.
Okay. There is one question from a live viewer. The application process needs to be submitted online or the official on the
Mhm.
official website given.
So
The
if you were
application,
to
yeah.
if you would like to apply, you need to apply via RWTH Online. This is the official application portal of the university. It is linked on our website. And if you do not find it, I just write me an email, give Sandeep a shout out. He will send it to you.
Yeah, regarding the application process, if you have any questions, if you don't understand any application documents, so let us know. As well as regarding APS, I think already Lisa mentioned shortly. At the time of enrollment, you need APS. So what is APS? I think that will provide you the support. And if it's not done in time, I think RWTH Aachen University is providing support to the
Mhm.
admitted candidate
Yeah.
in order to get the APS faster. So I think APS is not the major obstacle, but will support you in that case.
Okay. Next question is: what is the university fee apart from the course
Mhm.
fee?
So I cannot give an exact number since the semester fee is changing every semester. But in general, it's more or less 320 euros per semester.
Yeah,
Okay.
320.
Is there any specific MSc course for implant dentistry, or the MSc periodontics course will cover basic dental
Mhm.
implant surgery as well? I think you have covered this.
Yeah, we at the moment
Yes.
we do not offer an implantology master. Maybe we're doing in the future, but at the moment it's only periodontology. But there are two modules on surgery, and one module will covering implant surgery as well.
So total two modules on implant surgery, and
One is only focusing on implantology, and two are focusing on surgery.
okay, great.
Yes.
Okay, and I think this question is also same.
Mm.
For an Indian dentist after this MSc program, in which countries we can perform? We can practice, I guess. What
Mhm.
he wants.
Um, So I just assume, I do not know for sure, but I assume that every country has a specific approbation process to make sure the dentist who's practicing in the country has the knowledge to do and the experience to do. So most of the countries in the world will recognize the master degree, so you can put it on the sign. You can probably treat patients differently. You get different money for it. But to be honest, I think if you got a license in India and you would like to work somewhere else, you need to do a license recognition process in every single country of the world.
Great. Next question is about scholarships.
Mhm.
Is there any
Ah.
scholarship provided by the institute? And if yes, then what is the eligibility criteria?
Well, we have 4 different scholarships, but the deadline is expired for a week now.
Okay.
But we like in general, maybe if you say, okay, I cannot start without a scholarship. Of course, you have always the option to apply for next year, because then, of course, the scholarships will be offered again. Okay,
Great.
so in general, for international students, we offer 3 different scholarships. We have a scholarship for young dentists, so dentists with a maximum of 4 years of working experience. Then we have a scholarship for global dentists, which will mean you're a dentist out of Germany. So we support students who will travel to study with us. And the third one is a research grant. So it's a little bit different on the focus. It's offered by one of our companies, which supports us. It's offered by Dürr Dental. And they will pay you a specific amount of money, and in exchange, you will write your master thesis about a topic which is provided by them, and they will also offer you the opportunity to travel to their facilities in southern Germany, and you can work with their research group and learn more about the industrial part of dental research. So if you are interested in doing research from a different view, then this is probably the best fit for you.
Great. Do we need to clear IELTS exam,
Yes.
English exam?
Unfortunately, you do. I know that most of you have studied in English. If this is the case, I think nearly every university in India teaches in English, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is just cakewalk. I think 6.0
Yes.
is the band, right?
6.0 band.
6.0. But if you can provide us with a document from your university which will prove that you did your BDS, for example, in English, then I can accept that as well.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Fine. Next question. What is the total cost of the entire course? If somebody can round it off Indian numbers, Indian currency.
What's the exchange rate?
Sandeep, I think Sandeep will be
Yeah.
the
Okay.
person.
So it's 23,000 euro, right? As a tuition fee, 23,000 euro. So
Yes.
roughly it would be 21 lakh rupees. 21 lakh rupees as a tuition fee. And I don't know the travel time and how much the accommodation, but 4 days it's around, let's say 35 euros if they, or 50 euros. 4 days might be, yeah. So
Yeah,
200 traveling.
maybe I think a little bit more. Even maybe
Nowadays,
400 now. Yeah, it's getting more
yeah,
expensive.
it's nowadays it's more than 50. Yes, true. Agree. Yeah. So I think it will be like even though it's 400, 600, and then yeah, I think every trip will cost you around 1,000 euro roughly. Let's say,
Mm.
yeah, 1,000 euro. Then it will be like a 4,000 euro additional. So that
Yeah.
means 4,000 plus 23,000. So
Mhm.
27,000, and that becomes like a 25 lakh around. Or
25 lakh rupees.
yeah,
Yes.
25 lakh.
Yeah, and then the semester fee, which will be
Yeah,
another
300 is like
1,200 euros. Yeah.
3 semesters, not too
Mhm.
much.
Okay, Dr. Mohit Kumar Chaurasia is asking how to contact you. Any website or email? I
Sure.
think just I think Louisa had shown in her
I
last
can put a
video.
link in the chat. Is this an option?
We have already given a link. We have already given a link. People can directly
Okay. Perfect.
the contact form we have put in the chat box. I think
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Dr. Mohit has asked on YouTube, and I have put the link there. So, Dr. Mohit, we request you to fill out the form so that we get your contact details, and the office will contact you automatically.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, how to get dental license in Germany? I think you have answered. MSc is
If you are interested in the process, you can contact us, and I can provide a link where the Federal Chamber has explained it.
Okay. The next question is there any PhD available?
So in general, you can do your PhD afterwards, but you need to contact the specific clinic you are interested in doing it yourself. Of course, we can provide you with a contact, and I think it's a good idea since you will meet a lot of different professors during our course, which do not only teach at the RWTH Aachen, but at different universities all over Europe. So then you can find the best possible supervisor there in their specific field of expertise, and then you can contact them about it. We already had one student who did his PhD afterwards.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this is a typical in Aachen, or let's say in Germany, that to whatever the course you like, you can just contact that professor and show your interest in the research. And if he has a funding, and if not, he would like you and your academic records, then definitely he will arrange some funding and then provide the PhD to you. So it is quite normal.
Okay. Is there a perio aesthetics module in the program?
No,
Okay.
it will be covered partly, but it's not one module specifically on aesthetics.
Okay. MSc is equivalent to MDS in India. Okay.
I
Next.
don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, and this is short form always, and in engineering this is a very difficult things to explain. MSc is Master of Science, but if you go to US it's like MS. So I think this is just like a master's, I would say. So how you would want to put as a short form?
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if our course is equivalent. To be honest, would be needed.
No,
I
no.
think you needed.
Actually, yes, it is not. It is not. But
Okay. Thank
the
you.
thing is, master's program, what is offered right now, MSc, it's. I think it's more pertinent towards your clinical skills and upgrading your skills. Whereas the
Yes.
question what was
Yes.
asked about whether it is equivalent to MDS, because MDS is also at the end of the skill based, unless and until you plan to apply in any institute to be a teacher. That's where MSc will not count. MDS counts, but in terms of clinical practice, it doesn't hardly matter. It depends on your skills, what you learn, and that's where this program
Yes.
fits in properly.
It is definitely a knowledge and skill enhancement program, a great program, very well structured program. But if your aim is to practice in Germany or join an Indian dental college, where if you want a degree
Yeah.
to be recognized by Dental Council of India, then it is not the right choice.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we have pretty much covered almost all the questions, and registrations are still coming as the program was going on. We got 10 more registrations. The total number of people who have registered are 112, 112. And we have
That
covered
shows
all
good
the questions.
interest.
Yes, very good interest. And I have already put the form contact here. It is people who are watching it on Facebook and YouTube. If you just scroll up the chat box, you will find this link. If you have not registered it, and if you are directly watching this show without registering, you can still register. And any question you have which you think has not been answered in this show, you can always type, and Sandeep will contact you and he will give you the right answer. So that brings us to end of today's show. Thank you for joining. Dr. Siddharth Bartake is here. He had asked one of the questions which we took up today. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Louisa Goldstein, for joining.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
I
much for the opportunity.
On the
Sandeep,
behalf of RWTH, I would like to thank you, Dr. Chitgupi, for your time and efforts in this event. Thank you very much. And Dr. Chitwe, my good friend, he's always been supportive in
yes,
a good
yes,
way. So thank you very much, Dr. Chitwe. And Luisa, of course, thank you very much for your nice
Yes.
presentation. And
Of
yeah,
course.
looking forward.
and for those who have watched this program and those who missed watching the live event, in 2 days we'll be sending out the 5 point summary of today's lecture along with the link to the recorded lecture. So if you have missed it, you can watch it again. And that lecture will also have the contact details, so you can note down the contact. And again, until then, you already have the Google form that we have floated in this today's chat. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining and making this program successful. And see you soon in another episode of ICPA Clinical Series, episode 5. Soon we'll be giving out the topic name on social media, so please watch out for our announcements. Thank you, good night, and wish you all the best.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.